Ooh, first stream. Very exciting. Very exciting. Test. Testy test. Here we go. All right. I think we've done enough messing around. All right. Solasta II. As you can see, I have 0 hours in this, and we are going to go through this game completely blind. As in, we're going into this with, there's the original Solasta. I have no experience with it. And the only reason I'm actually checking this game out is because it has where the developers have said that it has a lot of like Baldur's Gate 3 inspiration. So it's got me very excited. And we've covered Baldur's Gate 3 on this channel a lot. Ooh. Okay. So controller doesn't work? That's fine. One of the things I love about Baldur's Gate 3 is the fact that controller support and then playing it on console. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. It's so relaxing. I don't know if this is coming to console. All right, let's see here. Make sure the desktop audio's on. All right, hopefully it's not too loud. It obviously should be me and my yapping, then like the game music and the game sounds, and that should be it. But this is like a Nomad after dark, so highly encourage a little drinking to relax. But yeah, experience with Solasta II, very, very minimal. I know that it's, again, inspired by Baldur's Gate 3. There's the original, seen the trailer, and this is also early access, which means there's going to be a lot missing from the game. There's going to be a lot of things that they probably still need to iron out, similar to what Baldur's Gate 3 and that early access was like, where we basically just had Act 1, and it was very bare bones. But over time, obviously, they develop, they add stuff to it, and it just gets better and better. So that's what we're hoping for here. Should be done with the shaders. It's got like 600 more to process. And then it should be time to rock and roll. I'm pretty excited about this one. I feel like CRPGs they're so rare. Alright, settings wise, let's make sure audio, let's go ahead and crank that down a little bit. Somewhere around here. Just want to make sure we can see everything. We obviously can adjust everything else. Let's see here. Maximum frame rate. My monitor only goes up to, I think, 120. So 140 might be a little overkill. We'll just leave it though. Everything looks fine here. Sure. Okay. So, idea with this this video here, I'm basically gonna treat it like kind of like a let's play video, where it's gonna be a lot of me just yapping and my thoughts as we're playing the game, things I like, things I don't like. But this is an early access game, so criticism I think really needs to be, you know, pointed out in the fact that this isn't complete yet. Because this is the time where the developers can take, you know, all the input from the community, from the people who are backing the game early with early access, and they can change things. And I'm well aware that I don't think this studio, they're indie, right? So I'm not expecting AAA quality, but I expect like across the board, you know, visuals, gameplay, how it actually feels to play as far as like how smooth it is. Voice acting, I expect that all to be like solid, not like exceptional, but again solid. And some things I'm curious about is how they do, because the combat is based off D&D, I think 5th edition, which is the most popular one, and it's the only one I'm familiar with. I'm curious to see if they do any like homebrew changes, so that should be interesting. And then the narrative, I have no idea what this game is about as far as a story. I don't think it's in like the Forgotten Realms, but I think we have like all the traditional races. But that's enough yapping out of the way. Let's go ahead and let's just start adventure. Which one of these statements best fits me? I'm familiar with Solasta. I'm not, but I do enjoy the 5e rule set. I know the basics, but I prefer a more forgiving experience. I'm new and I want a smooth introduction. I think I'll go with, I want a smooth experience, explorer mode. I feel like that'll work best for us. Okay. And let's see here. So, I know in the demo, I'm aware that in the demo you weren't allowed to create your party, but in this version, we can. So I'm very excited about that. Let me see if I can actually just change this down, turn it down a little bit. There we go. Okay. So let's create a party. So I'm excited actually about character customization too, because I feel like in a lot of these CRPG games, or just RPGs in general, character customization is either very lacking, or there's like too much character customization, where it's like, there's too many choices. I don't want to know about every blemish on my character's face. Let's just kind of keep it simplified. So we'll see where this lies. We can create 4 characters, or we can select some pre-mades. Let's just go with our first character here. Let's do the advanced settings and see what we can do. So we have our first 6 starting classes here, and I know they're going to add more classes too. So these are just, again, early access, and they've got some pretty... Oh, Ranger. What? Where's Ranger? Well, that kind of puts a damper on my experience. I really wanted to play Ranger first. Okay, I guess we'll go with Paladin. Or Fighter. But yes, they're going to add more, and I believe they're also going to have subclasses too. A few of them. Not all the same from Baldur's Gate 3 either. So we'll start off with Paladin. And those are all our modifiers. I'm just looking on here and making sure I'm not missing that we can, where we put our ability points in. I guess that'll be there. Okay, so we're going to go with Paladin. I'm just seeing what else we can click. Nothing at the moment. Alright, so we'll go next. Ah, okay. Dwarf, elf, halfling, and human. I don't think it's a surprise to anybody, but I will be making a human. Okay, so if you click down there, you can... Down here... Oh, I'm covering it. Let me move myself up. Actually, or I'll just move myself over here. This seems to be a better spot at the moment. But yes, down here to the left, I can edit my appearance. Kind of has my character's name, and so it takes us to this screen here. But if we just hit next... Oh, okay. Because we're a human, we get to pick a an origin feat. They don't have this in Baldur's Gate 3, by the way, but this is in the 5th rule edition. I think Savage Chacker is really good for a paladin, so we just can get it right here and now. That's really good. So we'll do that. What up, brother? All right. Hey, we got a first chatter. I love it. I'm doing all right, you know, just checking out Solasta here. And I don't want to say I have high hopes, but I'm just like, when you have like that Baldur's Gate 3 itch, that CRPG itch, but like, you've already played through so many of them so many times that you're like, kind of want a new one to come out. And now, I mean, we got Solasta II, and this might be a good entry to have as far as a CRPG. And if I'm kind of blown away by this, I might go check out the first Solasta. But we'll see. We'll see. Early access, so I'm trying to keep my excitement in check. All right, we're picking our background, something that always goes well with a paladin here. I was gonna say a fighter. Sellsword. This could be good. Oh, strength, constitution, intelligence. Let's just go through all of them. We got academic. This seems very familiar to what my family and I are doing right now, which we started a D&D session, and this just reminds me of night 1. So it was just like all character creation. We were all going through all the background. So you got academic, acolyte, aristocrat, artist, lawkeeper. Okay, so some of these actually weren't in the book. So I don't know if these are just a different addition to 5th edition, or these are homebrewed backgrounds. But let's just see if we can find one that kind of fits paladin, which is strength, charisma. If we can get constitution, that'd be great. I don't want to metagame it too much. Aristocrat kind of works. Each background will grant 3 points, and they will improve your specific ability score. These are kind of the staples for a paladin. I think we might go with that. I'm just seeing if a low life, okay, background wise for a paladin, maybe doesn't make too much sense, but the ability scores here, it's always good to have dexterity. Dexterity for initiative. And action economy is the best thing for any party. Yes, I have like 0 experience for this game, so if you guys have your opinions about it, let me know, and we can kind of gradually go through them. Or at least we'll be looking out for certain things. Because this is very much blind. We're just gonna pick aristocrat, kind of has the staples of what a paladin wants. As far as our ability score, we're gonna go obviously with, we have a +2. We're obviously gonna go with strength, a lot of strength. We don't want our initiative to be 0. That's bad. Charisma, 14. We might do a 14, 14, 14. Okay. Do we get anywhere to add another one? I'm like in straight up, it's D&D. It is always fun, Happy Camper. It is. It's always fun to just talk about D&D because literally there's no right or wrong way to play D&D. Finish God of War. Oh, are we talking about God of War, the PlayStation 4? So was that 2016 or 2018? Because that was my first entry to the God of War series. So basically Dad of War, and so good. So good. I think we'll keep our ability score this. I'm in like Baldur's Gate 3 mode, so I'm thinking that we could round all this up, but you know what, Happy Camper? Turn-based combat is probably, I love it. Probably more than like any other like combat system, because as far as like balance is concerned, it lets your party really shine as far as different characters. So everybody has like, what they specialize in. And it doesn't have like one character being like super overpowered. I love when everybody kind of is grounded in like the world that they're in. And so everybody has like a role. And there's like, party synergy. I love that in turn-based games, especially tactical RPGs where, turn-based like the traditional like Final Fantasy games, so like Final Fantasy 7, 10, that turn-based is fun. That's good and all, but I really gravitate towards the grid tactical side because it has that movement element as well. I feel like that just opens the doors as far as build compositions and like more things as far as, because like, for example, rogues, they are like, their mobility is like the best, or it's like one of the best. And you really can't, I don't think you get to express that too much in like traditional, like again, Final Fantasy turn-based combat, other than them just getting more turns. I don't know. I just really like grid-based tactical games. This, for streaming, this is my first stream. I only do like regular videos. So this is the first time streaming, just very experimental. I thought, hell, Solasta II here, early access game. You know, we have kind of a Baldur's Gate 3 channel. Let's just check it out, get our early impressions, see if this is going to be a game to kind of invest in. Because like, as far as content creation for me especially, I don't make content on games that like I like. I make them on games that like I love. So Tactics, Baldur's Gate 3, those are games that I play and I just keep thinking about and I keep coming back to them because there's just so many ways to play them. So we kind of want to see like, can this game be that for me? And if it can't, it's not a big deal. If it's a good game, it's a good game. That's fair enough. But I think it has the potential to, again, kind of be a game where I really love it, you know? So I'm hoping for that. But as far as like streaming daily and videos, I don't know. It depends on kind of like my schedule. But I think I would like to like work it into at least weekly, maybe like once or twice a week. I think that'd be cool. Because it is a way to like get immediate interaction. Yeah, no, shoot. Any questions you guys have, I'll do my best to answer them. Baldur's Gate 3 is the GOAT. It's so good. It's hard to break away from it because it just across the board it does so many things right. It's not like it's buggy. It's really buggy actually, but it just feels so good to play. And there's just so many ways you can play it. We're still on our ability scores. Okay, so this is where we can bump up our ancestry. That's good. So we're gonna be able to add 2 to them. Very good. Okay. So let's dip down our constitution. Let's bump up our dexterity, and then we can bump that up. Perfect. That's exactly what I was shooting for, which 16, and then the triple 14 in dexterity, constitution, and charisma. Wisdom, I guess we'll put 1 in it. I don't know if we're gonna need wisdom. I think about wisdom because of spells like hold person, charm, stuff like that, all off of your wisdom modifier. So that would, if it's negative, that might come and bite us in the ass later. Shoot, I might need to hit you up on stream overlays and graphics because I literally have 0. I'm pretty sure. Oh, look, it is there. Okay. Is it there? Because I very new at it all. So I literally have no idea how a lot of it works. And I'm seeing I can see you guys in the chat. Sweet. As far as like where the chat is on the stream, I can kind of move it over a little bit. I don't know. It's all very new. Everything's a work in progress. Let's go back to ancestry. What is it? Versatile. I think savage attacker. Okay. Abilities, we sorted that out. Kind of got what we wanted there as far as 16, 14, 14, 14. Proficiencies. Which one of these do we want to go with? Athletics. I think intimidation, definitely. So we just add 2. Got it. Medicine, maybe religion. Maybe we'll just go with athletics. And then weapon mastery. Okay. So these will... Okay. Weapon masteries. This is new to 5e, isn't it? Or it's... My brother was trying to explain this to me, the weapon masteries, and I'm like, do we need these? Because like I use a short sword. I'm a ranger in our D&D session. I use a short sword and it has Vex. Okay, so this is exactly what my brother was explaining to me. Got it. So as a paladin, I'll probably go 2-handed. I don't know. That's the other thing. Yeah. Oh, no, I'm interested, brother. Let me, after the stream, I'll shoot you my Discord and we can chat there. Because I'm just trying to think. I don't even have Discord open right now. I don't feel like messing with that. But back to our weapons here. I don't know what weapons we're going to have available to us and that we're going to pick up. But I'll just try to keep it to... Let's go with Greatsword. It's always a good one. And then maybe a hammer. Or do we just go with Longsword? I don't think it matters too much. We're just going to have to experiment and see. And then skills. Perception's always good. Performance is always good. We're not making somebody who's lockpicking. Let's go with perception. Is this really going to be our perception character? I feel like we already have the good... Okay, let's go with deception. I'm trying to look at all the... Because paladins make great faces of the party. So I want to make sure that we get all of like... Usually like the chat modifiers. We're like solid across the board. So deception, intimidation, persuasion. We're good to go. Languages. So this is going much deeper as far as building out your characters than Baldur's Gate 3, which kind of like it. It's a lot of choices. Now how impactful these choices are going to be, it really depends. We're going to have to find out. So speaking dwarf, I feel like that's good. I feel like they are going to kind of throw us into a situation where maybe we have to talk to some goblins. Because dwarves, they speak common, right? And so do probably elves and halflings. So maybe that's not the play. I'm trying to like metagame this and I really shouldn't be. Let's go with goblin and dwarf. Let's do that. And then we have some more proficiencies to pick. See if there's anything. Investigation, that could be good, but let's just let's go with performance, and then we have 2 more. Perception is just always good. It's always good to have somebody, everybody in your party. It's good to have a bit of a perception on them. And then I do like animals. I don't want to fail any animal checks. And then spells. Ooh, we got bless. Okay, so we get pick 2. Nice. Well, as a paladin, if you see Divine Smite, you go with Divine Smite. What else we got? Heroism, Searing Smite. Only problem with Searing Smite, it's a spell slot. Okay, I'm just reading through it and making sure. Yep, I'll hit you up after the stream here. We're only gonna go for like not very long. We'll go for like an hour or 2, depending on how we're feeling. Let's go with Divine Favor. Ooh, we can save it too. That's sweet. I hope we can there's like a share button eventually. Alright, let's go to character customization. Let's see what we can do. Chick, dude, obviously. Just look at all the different values. All my graphics said epic, but nothing looks a little blurry. I might just be a whatchamacallit, early access thing. I know they just added character customization. I don't know if I'm blown away by this yet. Let's go to the hair. How about that? Or what do we got for presets? I just clicked on that. Dumb. Skin presets, base skin. Here we go, hair. Okay, face. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm tempering expectations here. But I will say, character customization is pretty nuts. Pretty nuts. It looks pretty good. It looks very involved. You can just see all the sliders. I'm just gonna quickly look through and just kind of see what we're getting ourselves into, because I'm not spending an hour on this right now. Although I think you can save the look, which that'll be pretty awesome. Oh, we can't change our last name. Okay, so we have, maybe our story-wise, if you pick a human, you're kind of set like this. Yeah, I was gonna say the characters do look. Let me zoom out a bit. It feels like their heads are maybe off size-wise. Maybe they look like, I don't know. I don't want to say like their heads look a little too big, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. All right, we're just going to quickly go through this because there are a lot of options. I literally said this right before we started. So I was like, character customization, either it's like kind of like too simple or there's like too many options and it's a little overwhelming. This is definitely on the side of there's a lot of options. But let's see how they do with the hair. A lot of chick hairs, or if you're a dude and you just have luscious hair. Sure. Okay, hairstyles, I'm not gonna lie. Not the biggest fan of. I don't know what kind of dude I'm making. Hang on. Let's give him, I can go with this hair, that's fine. Let's just get to the beards. Need a strong beard. Got some good options here. A mustache, good mustache, alright. How about the stubble? How's the stubble looking? I remember in the Baldur's Gate 3, yes, Baldur's BG3 in the mod scene, as far as extra hairs and beards and faces too, is fantastic. It's so good. If Baldur's Gate 3 didn't have the mod manager, oh, I mean, you have Nexus mods too, but having the mods in game is just huge as far as just the longevity of the game, because a lot of people don't like to mess with Nexus mods, or at least they won't go through the, you know, the hassle of it. But since it all just works in game, you just press the button, it applies, makes it so simple, is amazing. The only thing about Baldur's Gate 3, remind me to tell you about my $1 billion game idea a little bit later on. And yeah, we're gonna talk about Baldur's Gate 3 a lot on the stream. But I forgot what I was saying now. Character customization. The in the early access for Baldur's Gate 3, back to early access for Baldur's Gate 3, the hair stubble on the male characters' faces, or the beards that you would choose, they were like all blotchy for like the longest time, and it just drove me crazy. It drove me crazy for Baldur's Gate 3. I'm like, when are they gonna fix this hair fidelity on the faces? Because my guys would always just look ridiculous. Oh, I love this one. Just like the Civil War look. Very cool. I mean, these are good beards. What can I say? As a bearded man myself, I'd say this passes the beard test. This stubble though looks like it's missing some of the hair on the chin. We'll just go with the big beard here, or we'll go with the more subtle beard. You have to hit confirm, okay? Because if you just hit cancel, it ain't gonna work. That kind of makes sense now that I say it out loud. But okay, one thing that was missing from Baldur's Gate 3 that I think would make it like the game, like Baldur's Gate 3, it's already like one of the best games out there, right? What would elevate it to like godhood is if they had an in-game like campaign maker or like dungeon editor, something like that. Think about like Warcraft 3, StarCraft 2, StarCraft 1, those map editors so you can make custom game modes and stuff. If they put that into Baldur's Gate 3, I would never stop playing it. And I think Larian wanted to give us that, but I think Wizards of the Coast kind of shut that down because then nobody would buy like a Baldur's Gate 4 potentially, right? I think that was the reason. Because I think I remember Larian saying that they wanted to do some sort of campaign map editor, but they never gave us it. but then they like accidentally leaked the source code. So now people are making custom campaigns, but I wish it was seamless like the mod manager where you could just download, hey, this is Nomad's dungeon pack. And it just adds like 3 dungeons into the game that are just, you know, completely player made. Obviously you don't add in voice acting and all that, but you can do like text, set up traps, you know, checkpoints as far as talking to NPCs and dialogue choice. Oh, I would never stop playing it, essentially. It would be so fun, especially with the multiplayer aspect in Baldur's Gate 3. This is going to have multiplayer, by the way. Solasta is going to have multiplayer, which is, yes. I think Baldur's Gate 3 proved that people that are in co-op, that are playing with other people, they're fine with turn-based content. Or, yeah, turn-based combat, I mean. They're fine with reading dialogue or having a character talk to somebody, and then just sitting there and watching your friend pick all the choices. Or discussing what you can choose, because I know a lot of RPGs like that, again, turn-based combat, people will be like, why would why would you do multiplayer? But I'm glad Baldur's Gate 3 showed that, yeah, you can do it, and it's a shit ton of fun. It is so good. All right, back to our face. Back to the important part here. I don't like this face. Let's just get more. I'm trying to look for a more veteran, like rugged look. These dudes just look kind of soft. If that makes any sense. I'm just not like not feeling it. I don't know. I don't know if I'm making the right dude I want to make. I don't know. We're not gonna spend too much time on it, but I'm sure we'll probably be able to spend a lot more time and get exactly what we want. This is fine. Can we give him a scar? Let's just give him a scar. Call it a day. Got the scar across the eye here. I don't know if this slider's really doing anything. We'll call it there. How about that? Nope, we always spell Nomad backwards, and we get Damon. It's kind of like my go-to fantasy names. It just kind of works. Larian could have made a lot of money with add-ons or just doing like campaigns, but on to their next project. Why you Happy Camper? Why are you worried about their next? Why are you worried about Divinity? I'm actually pretty excited about it. I don't have like an extensive I think we're done with character creator. There we go. I don't have an extensive history with the Divinity series, but I did play Original Sin 1. Loved it. I loved playing that opening intro with the investigation and the murder. And the whole first map, I like binged it. And for whatever reason, I cannot, as soon as I get to the second map, I just cold turkey stop playing. I don't know what happens. I just fall off like interest-wise so hard. And it kills me. And so I've never gotten over that. And then I've played Divinity Original Sin 2. Almost like the same thing. I get off of the first island, I get to the next map, and just same thing. I just lose interest. I don't know why. It really boggles me. But the new one, maybe it's the universe. Maybe it's the Divinity universe. And as far as the kind of like the tone that they have in the game, it's very goofy. It's got a lot of goofy parts in it, but then it has like, it has serious elements as well. And so maybe that's throwing me off. Maybe the way they balance it, because Baldur's Gate 3, it has funny moments in it, but I feel like it's more, I guess, well integrated. I don't know how, that just flows better in my opinion. Like whenever you talk to animals, especially the squirrels, they're funny, and it's funny. But then you have all this dark crap going on the background as well. It's all like very depressing. Not depressing, but you know, it's sinister. And so I don't know. I do need to sit down with Divinity. Yeah, you might just be like me, where you're just like, I can't get into it. for whatever reason. I want to. I'm going to finish Divinity Original Sin 2 before the new one comes out. I at least want an idea of what I'm getting into. So we will do that. Now, do we need... Oh, okay. So look under here. I can't start adventure unless I fill the party. So let's do, wait, create care. Let's select the pre-made. Okay. This is smart because obviously the character creation here, by the way, big thumbs up to the character creator. Maybe all the graphics aren't in. But let's check that real quick. Let's go back to settings. As far as the video is concerned, everything's on epic. Oh, hold on. Motion blur? Turn that shit down. But everything is on. So I don't know why. Maybe it's the upscaling. I should be on actually DLS. Frame generation. I don't know if I need that. Maybe that'll fix it. Let's see. Let's just check this out real quick. Actually, kind of did. Yeah. Okay, there we go. I needed to get the right shader on, or anti-aliasing. Yeah, I think we'll go with some pre-mades because I don't wanna spend too much time in character creator. Let's go with a fighter because you always need an elf. See, okay, look at her. Her head looks. I think it looks too big for her body. Is it? Am I crazy there? Maybe it's like the artistic, kind of like the style they went for. Because you need a strong art theme style, whatever you want to call it. Because I think the fidelity as far as the graphics, it looks good. No complaints there. But then the style that they go for, big heads on the smaller bodies. Again, it's just like I feel like it's just slightly out of scale. I don't know. But we'll take a fighter because something I really want to see here is in combat, how impactful do melee weapons feel? How visceral does the combat? Like how engaging is it? Because I feel like a lot of CRPGs, they have all, the choices and stuff, but then when it comes to combat and you hit somebody with their sword, it just doesn't sound like you're really, cutting into somebody. So that's going to be something I'm going to keep an eye on. Select another pre-made. Let's go with the cleric. Ooh, and is it a dwarf? Yeah. Nice diverse party here, the classics. I'm trying to think who else. Should we go wizard? Should we go sorcerer? Kind of breaking. I was gonna say kind of breaking our rule as far as our party setup because I want to have like a good balance here. Maybe we should take out the fighter and put in the rogue. It'll be fine. But sorcerer or wizard, I've been on a huge wizard kick lately. Because in Baldur's Gate 3, wizard has just gotten... I think Blade Singer is really what did it for me as far as the subclass. That made me go, alright wizard, let's give you a chance. Go wizard? Alright, let's go with wizard. So start adventure. That's just it, right? Alright. I like that they have the pre-made characters. I think that's smart. And I also think it's smart that you can save your character's appearance. I wish they had that in Baldur's Gate 3. That'd be pretty cool. Because I do just make the same guy over and over again in Baldur's Gate 3. But let's start adventure. Let's see what you got here. I'm going to have to fix this chat box. I'm going to get rid of it for now. Because I need to do a different font and put it in a different place. Getting a little lore here. See, I think this looks good.
What are they doing?
Ugh.
They're moving the statue to the city. They do it every year for the holy day of Calidar.
The lip sync is not good.
Is this something to do with Moraike?
I told you to pay attention during religious studies.
It is indeed the Redeeming Mother, cleansing the condemned before their execution. Even those who fail to redeem themselves in life are forgiven in death. An uncommon representation of our goddess, but fitting for this day of funerals.
About that, we're running a bit late.
Oh yes, I thought I remembered your faces.
We're from the orphanage.
Yes, of course. You're the children Mother Colwell adopted. You must be going to her funeral. Bless her memory. Mahin was a truly righteous woman.
Thank you, Father. Blessed day of Calidar to you.
Mareike smile upon you all, Colwells.
Okay, so we're orphans.
Well, if it isn't good old Landry. Couldn't mistake that mop of red hair for anyone else.
Alright. Lip sync. Early access, right? They have to fix that. Listen, we have to point out every single criticism. Because if we don't, maybe they won't get the right feedback. But let's just put it out there right now. Lip syncing is really bad. Like, really bad. Alright, let's see how this controls. You can use WASD. We could go through the tutorial, or we could just figure it all out ourselves. So, okay. I like that we can do WASD. We can move the camera with Q and E. That's good. How close can we get? Pretty close. Maybe it's like the character models. They're kind of and then the way they speak. Is it giving off vibes of, I think, like Uncanny Valley? Like, they just look weird. They look off a little bit. And again, I think the word I'm going to stick to as far as my character model here, the dude I created, he just looks, again, soft. I want to make a grizzled, you know, veteran paladin who's seen some shit. And he just looks a little too doughy. I like the WASD movement with the camera. Yeah, that's a big plus. Let's you play with like two hands, you know? And then let's try out movement. Ooh, move pretty quick. All right, yeah. I mean, we got places to be. I'm just enjoying the environment. I mean, this looks like, again, I think we need to, you know, split, you know, the way the character models look, and then the actual environments. Like the environments here, they look great. I mean, I dig it. It looks good. Everything here looks good. As far as the, you know, you can see they have like a skybox there, the background. I mean, ooh, look how far we can go. Pretty far as far as away from our party. I mean, it looks good. Game looks good. How we're moving around. Control mode. Let's see what they have to say. Okay. So this is just basically letting you know. Point cursor, just like all standard stuff. Yeah, I know how to move my characters around. Oh. Okay. So if you press V, so this is indirect control. This is like traditional, like move your camera around from your character. You just like double click their portrait. Okay, no, you don't do that. You double click their portrait. How do you just like, when you're far away, you just direct the camera back to them? Usually it's just like you click on their portrait. That's not how it's working. Anyways, you press V. Now we're in direct control. I'm using WASD to control now. That's really nice, actually, because one of the things I like playing, or one of the reasons I like playing Baldur's Gate 3 on controller, is because it just feels good with the dual thumbsticks to be moving your character around like that. And so this is kind of like that. I dig this. I think you have to mod Baldur's Gate 3, and then you can get this type of control, but they have it all baked in already. Sweet. let's do a little exploration, see where they let us go as far as boundaries. And you can see our actions down here. We got our longsword, cast spell, our paladin powers. These are just our I think our like our oath charges. Devices. Okay, it's like your lantern, heroic inspiration. This is because I'm a human. Cautious mode. That's hiding, so sneaking. Got it. Is there a jump? What can we do as far as movement? I'm pressing Z because I'm thinking it's like Baldur's Gate 3. It's not. So I don't think we can jump. Okay. Let's just continue on. I think I'll just keep it to traditional mode. That way I can move the camera around. But let's go on. If you click on your picture, this is definitely where I need to have my camera, by the way, because there's literally nothing over here. But we have our character's name. You can see all the stats, health points, armor class, proficiency. I gotta tell you, actually with the UI here, I like it. I think I've looked at Solasta 1 just like briefly. And I think something that really threw me off was the menus and like the kind of like the character screens. They look very I don't even want to say generic. They just didn't look good. They look bad. Very like underdeveloped, kind of bland. And this looks good. This like feels immersive as far as if you're looking at your character's stats. I like this a lot. Got a lot of information here as far as what we're going to be doing with our class. I like that you can see your levels as far as what you're going to be getting ahead of time. That's maybe something in Baldur's Gate 3 where I'm like, it would be nice to be able to see what you're going to get, you know, the next couple levels down the line, because you don't get to see anything until you actually get there. And then it tells you all your stats. See, I'm looking at how does it breaking down every... My phone rang or went off. I'm seeing how it breaks down the values that we're getting here, because it's always good to see, you know, why is this a +5? Why is this a +4? Especially for like if you make like a build video, you want to be able to explain to people and tell them where they can get information. Nice. Okay. A lot of menus. Let's try to see what combat's like. But let's go ahead and get into some conversation.
Ha! Landry.
Yes, this is my first stream. I can just yap. That's about it.
Must be 10 years at least. It's so good to see you. I wish it would have been in different circumstances.
Same here. I'm so sorry for your loss, by the way.
Walk with us. We can speak about the good old days.
I'd love to, but look. The war. Galavan troops, it damaged it, remember? Well, it fell off a couple of years ago.
I didn't know. Haven't been back since I left the orphanage.
None of us have.
We'll never get there on time if we circle around. Especially with that storm coming.
I can't take my character seriously.
Come on, let's climb down. We used to do it all the time when we were kids.
Oh yeah, if I was a D&D character, I would have
Here, we can crawl under
a
this.
lot of skill points into just yapping. Just talking about
Come on,
not very useful things, or just entertaining things. At least things that I find interesting. So D&D, Final Fantasy. Voice acting. I kind of want to point that out. All sounded pretty good. I was kind of gonna worry that it was going to be generic. I mean, the thing is, I feel like with these games, it's hard to get a grasp on terms, locations, factions, until we like are well into the game. Because I've always wanted to talk about how... Yes, so sorry, I'm getting a little distracted by chat. Hopefully character models are improved a little bit. But with the voice acting, I just wanted to make sure that it feels like immersive. Does it sound good? Because a lot of like CRPGs, I feel like sound a little generic. And then with our characters, yeah, a lot of terms and stuff that we don't really know about. And something that I really appreciate in Baldur's Gate 3 is when you replay it, and just in the prologue, so the Netherloid ship there, they put all of the important factions on that ship. And it's kind of like hinting at what you can expect in the game. Because obviously you have the Illithid, it's their ship. You have the Githyanki, the Absolute, their cult, it's on the ship. You have Shadowheart, who is an agent of Shar. And so everybody, like all the major players, are like on that ship right there in the beginning. I don't know. I don't know if they meant to do it that way. They probably did. But, when you first time you play through, you're like, these absolute cultists or these cultists lying on this table, on these tables, like, why are they important? Like, you don't know if you're going to see the Githyanki again later on, but you do. So it's like, I feel like they did a really good job of that. I don't think I've ever talked about that in like a video for Baldur's Gate 3. So it's kind of hard to tell what are they hinting at here. But also, again, early access where there's a lot of wiggle room, a lot of things they can change, because I don't know how many of you guys, oh yeah, the demons, we're in Avernus, all the, Raphael and how he's going to play a part, and he's a devil, so they're involved as well. Everybody's there, all the major players. But early access, I don't know how many of y'all played the Baldur's Gate 3 early access, but the initial prologue, I kind of miss it. You went on like the front of the Netherloid ship, and you were like climbing on like the outside almost, and it was I want to say it was a lot longer, but that might just be because it was early access and I was sitting there just clicking on everything, so I spent a lot more time in it. But I wish there was a way we could go back and play it. I think you probably can with a mod, right? I haven't delved too much into doing like mods to like change the maps too much. So this early access for Solasta II here, I think they said, so the game right now, I think it's 10% off of what the launch price is going to be. When it's going to launch, I have no idea. But they said that what you can get out of the early access, 10 hours, I think they said roughly of content. Honestly, I say for Baldur's Gate 3 in the early access, you didn't miss out on much, because Act 1 was very, very bare, and it got developed. They developed the hell out of it during the early access. That's why is my character moving around? Why are you doing this? Okay, he's going towards my cursor. How do I get him to stop doing that? How did I activate that? I don't know.
We don't have all day.
Stop yelling at me. I'm talking. Okay, so traversal. Sorry, I didn't really talk about that because I was too busy yapping. But you just click and your character kind of goes over everything. You don't need to like interact with it. Damn, look at the speed on us. Holy shit. I wonder if that's going to affect like running into combat encounters, because you can see kind of how far behind our team can like tether to us. So how far our character can get ahead of them, and if we get into combat, how far the party's going to be behind us, and that can really screw up your frontline character if you're like something like a mage. You don't want to be in the front line. So that's something to consider. Alright, cutscenes, cool.
Would have been easier to bury Mother back in town.
Maraike was a big part of her life. She would have wanted to be buried in the old temple.
I hear Rickard is the temple's new solace. He's gonna say mass at your mother's funeral.
I guess that's why he called for us. It must be tough for him.
Let's hope he doesn't down a bottle of liquid courage beforehand.
Well, okay.
It's like comical. I'm wondering if they have like all these like inside jokes that they're like, we're new players. I have no idea what these guys are really talking about. But again, we will learn in time. But it would be, I think it's nice that each character is talking. Because in Baldur's Gate 3, for the cutscenes, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe there's only one cutscene that your player character, if you make a custom character, that they actually speak. And that is when in Act 1, when you go to the Githyanki towards the Red Dragon. I think if you don't have any origin character in your party, your character will actually have the cutscene where they're like, "It's a bloody dragon," you know? They'll actually talk in the cutscene. And then other than that, they're just silent and they just nod or like smile, and they're like usually covered in blood. So it's actually nice in this game that every character's chiming in, even though I guess you don't really get to choose your background, unless literally like the only origin is the fact that you're these orphans. And then obviously you have your origin background as far as like your profession. So that's interesting. I wonder how that's all gonna work out.
Hey everyone, look! The monster's cave. Oh, remember how Mother got mad every time we went down there.
We have light. Oh, hang on now. We have a cleric. I didn't even check out our other characters. Spells. What do we got going on here? I didn't touch anything. So he just did that automatically or what? We have light right here. It's a cantrip. I wonder if whenever we enter like a dark space, he'll just do that automatically. Guiding bolt. We got the staples here. We got bless. We got guiding bolt. We got light. Stop goading me on, man. I'm just looking at stuff. I hate the way my character looks. I'm sorry. I usually just try to go for a, literally, let's just go with Aragorn from Lord of the Rings or Boromir. That's usually what I just like try to stick to as far as a character design. And my dude looks, I don't know, dude. He don't look right. He don't look right at all. Let's crawl under here. Are we going? What's going on here? All right. So it looks like, does it give me something I can press? Yes. All right. They might need to make that like a little bit bigger as far as the interactive, like when you have to traverse something.
Crabs used to live in there.
Looks like something ate all of them.
Come on, we don't have all day.
But what if I want to go over here? Ooh, you know what? Also, when you press Alt, are there like any interactable things? No. Well, yes. Okay, so if I hold Alt, you can see, I guess you can interact with things and they're yellow. Seeing if Control does anything. Like it brings out your weapon. I press U there. Okay, that's how you get you to your character. Again, they said heavily inspired by Baldur's Gate 3, so I figure if I just press some of the same keys, maybe it'll work here. Oh yeah, totally. Lana there, that early access is like a double-edged sword, because if you play too much of the early access while they're developing, while they're making changes, you do kind of spoil that first initial experience with it, a game, and that can really, I don't know, you kind of lose that excitement. It's kind of like for MMOs when they do like test servers. I'll just use World of Warcraft as an example. They literally put out like the full quests and zones to go through and kind of like iron out bugs for them, the developers. And you ruin that, like, again, that initial experience for yourself. I hate that. Baldur's Gate 3, for the early access, I literally did it a handful of times. I went in just saying, like, what is this game going to be like? But I did not want to ruin that initial experience for me. That's probably why they changed up the prologue. But yeah, I tried to stay away from the early access as far as like going really deep into it. I didn't really want to spoil myself. And that way when Baldur's Gate 3 did launch, I was basically going in blind, because I was like, I don't remember any of these things. I don't remember any of these characters. And I kind of want to do the same thing with this. Just want to see, like, I just want to see if this is going to be, again,
look,
worth
the old tower
investing into.
collapsed and ended up down here.
A
What does this
victim of
mean?
the war, like the bridge.
Come on, push this
Okay.
thing away.
Why
This is
don't
cool.
you do it?
Because my arms are so weak.
Yeah, it's always better to wait with these games. So this is nice because, again, this is going to be co-op. And It lets you know, hey, probably something's going to happen. So you need to gather your party here. This is a good feature. Okay, they need to work on that animation. That's interesting. Okay, so I probably wouldn't be able to interact with that unless my full party was there. Why are you crouching, brother? Alright, cutscene. Ooh, bad music, which means we got baddies.
What are those things?
Well, they don't look like crabs.
Never seen anything like them. Best to be cautious.
If we stay low, we might get past without being seen.
Okay, so now we're... Okay, this is like Tutorial Island here. We're just kind of... We're stealthing along. I don't even see where they are. Oh, okay. And they're gone. I'm just gonna call them like water demons.
We're good. Stand up now. Dearest Mariah, those things really gave me the creeps.
At least they've gone now. Let's take a look at these ruins. Ah, I remember this beach.
Oh, damn. Kobolds.
Where are the kobolds? Right there, okay.
Oh, I like them all meaty. Hey, he's Glebbo's meal. We hunted together. We share. Hunted? My track's got him.
I like the voice acting, so I'm smiling.
Greedy.
Alright, now they split off. Do we get like, so if I go stealth, I go cautious mode. So, I'm wondering, I guess we'll see how this works. Obviously, we got our little bubble here that we're stealthing in. And if they get in it, is that going to alert them? Is that when we roll our dice? Because in Baldur's Gate 3... Ooh, he's in our circle. He's in our okay, so wait a second. Now we can see where he's looking. Because in Baldur's Gate 3, you can see where they're looking. What if we jump him? How do I jump him? Is there a turn-based mode? How do I do that? How do I do that? Location. I see short rest. Quest log. I don't see like an activate turn-based mode. Spacebar? Should I just attack? I should probably just attack. Alright, we're gonna get in there. I love how look how close we were to him. That's really funny. Okay, combat, finally. The good stuff. Okay. Interesting. Turn-based, yeah, I know how turn-based works. Let's just go see what they have to say. Initiative, we got the turn order up there. There's our maneuvers. I want to make sure you guys can see it. You obviously see end turn there, right in the right hand corner. So if I end turn, that is where I'd be doing it. What is this button gonna do? Okay, brings it toward the center. Perfect. So main action, blue. Bonus action, green there. And then a free action, the white star. And then speed. Yeah, we know actions, most important thing. Turn order, ready, and action. You can choose to ready the selected main action instead of using it immediately. Why would you... Okay, so is this ready in action? Is this to kind of speed things along? So while say Damon there is going and you're the cleric right here, you can choose an action to do that way when it's your turn. And it's just something simple, I'm guessing. Your character will just automatically do it. I'm wondering if that's it. Yep, okay. Look good. The running speed in this game, yeah, it's fast. You know what? I'll hold my hand up. In Baldur's Gate 3, the faster running speed mod, I can't live without it now. You know, when you're playing the game regular, no, just base, characters kind of like, they're like going on like, not even a jog, they're kind of just trotting along. You give them that running speed, oof. They really pick up the speed there. Feels a lot better. Okay, understood. I know how this works. Success rate. I'm just making sure I'm not letting you guys miss anything as far as how this as far as the information that they're giving us. But you can see we're selecting there 80% chance to hit, 5 hit points, armor class, I guess movement or move, that's how far they can go. As far as our weapon. Okay, you guys can see that 1d8 plus 3. It's slashing. Go ahead and hit him. That did not feel impactful. That did not feel good. That felt a little not good. They need to make it like you know, it's like a wind up, right? Because if you just do it immediately as soon as you press the button, then there's not much I would say like character movement and like immersive, like it being immersive, because you want your character to wind up. You want to be able to select the action and then watch your character do the, you know, yeah. And that was pretty immediate. And then just like there was no like whiff sound, or at least it needs to be more punchy, I guess. And by punchy I mean like a missing punch. Make more of an effort to say, hey, you just missed. I don't know. Let's keep going. Bonus action. Would if maybe I had to do these later on, or I should have maybe looked at these first. Let's just skip turn. Oh, you gotta hold it down. Okay, you can't, I guess, accidentally move. Who is this? Our wizard? I don't know what our wizard actually has. They've got some spells, and I see magic missile. In the D&D game, we'll just call it the family D&D game. One of our players has magic missile, and they know that it can never miss. And so they're just tearing things up with it. Let's go ahead. Let's see what this magic missile is like. Alright. Is this gonna shoot them all out here? 1, 2. Okay. Let me move myself up a bit so you guys can see. Right here, right under me. 2 out of 3. Okay. That was good. I want to be a little bit further away. Ooh, look at this. It's also got, or basically, we are on a grid. Like, it's a very apparent grid. I kind of like that. Yeah, I do like that. Move and dash. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that on my wizard. Alright, enemy's turn. Let's see what they do. You can zoom in on them. Get some immersion going on. Alright, it's our turn again. Our fighter. Love fighter. Fighter's one of the best classes. It's just, it does exactly what it's supposed to. Okay, so this is letting you know that obviously in our blue box here, this is our movement. Yellow here, we're gonna have to use our action, but we can obviously get further. That's interesting. Okay, so you can see right here, it's our character's line of sight of the enemies there. And are those like XCOM cover points? Is there a cover system in this game? That'd be pretty cool. Especially if we had a ranger class to play with. I guess we have rogue. I could be like an archer rogue. Or the fighter could be an archer. I didn't even see what they had as weapons. Hang on. Alright, we got a longbow. We're in business. We are in business. Although, we're definitely not going to be able to hit from here. Let's just see what this is like. Oh, wait a second. Hang on now. Yeah. Is this going to... now I've shifted from Baldur's Gate 3 combat to XCOM. Is this like Overwatch mode? So if they come into range of us, am I gonna be able to, is my character gonna automatically like react and shoot their bow at them? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Maybe. Let's just see. Do you want to prepare this action until a valid creature comes into range? This will spend your reaction and end your turn. Yes, this is Overwatch from XCOM and XCOM 2. Yeah. Great. Ooh. Okay, let's go on another tangent here. Range characters, bow users, spell users, they get all the good stuff. You get to make really overpowered stuff with ranged weapons. And this is no exception. Imagine having a full party and lining them up like around this base here and all putting them in Overwatch. As soon as a kobold comes in, just da 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 da. That's cool. Okay, I like that. So a little bit of a homebrew system here. I like this. All right, our cleric. Let's just get down in the middle there. I got a double. Okay, so you got to double click to confirm that you're going to be using your dash, which our main action is gone. You can see our bonus action there. Ready to go. All right, I'm getting it. I'm getting it. What did he just do? I know he shot his bow, but I think he had his daggers out and like pulled one dagger back and then early access. It's fine. Alright, that guy's dead. And I know I'm taking a while, but I am learning this. Disengage. These are just okay. Dodge, disengage, dash. Those are just our extra movement abilities. We can shove as well. Devices, hide, normal attack. And then if we use our no free hand, triggered on hit. Okay, so we Divine Smite, obviously you get a hit on it. So not like Baldur's Gate 3 where you can just go ahead and use it at any time. No free hand. Is that because I have a shield? Oh. Okay. So shield, maybe not the play here. We'll have to test that a little bit more. We gotta get it right in the action here. That's smooth though. Him jumping down from the cliff there. That looked good. And then our wizard, who is... I don't think we're gonna have any problems here. Wait, there's a white bird that keeps flying by? I bet they're like... I'm gonna keep an eye on it now. We're good. Oh, you know what? I see what you're talking about. Yeah. They're very interested in what we're doing.
Arcana, Evo.
I wish they, So yeah, very much a grid system here. I'm wondering if they need to make this grid color a little bit more like vibrant, because obviously we're in a beach, we're in a sand place, which one of you pointed out earlier that, man, a lot of these CRPGs, we start off on the beach. It's true. But you can see here, like, the line color kind of blends in with the color palette of the beach here. Maybe that could be a little bit better. I'm also just looking at his animation here. Looks cool. Looks like he's doing what he's doing. No complaints there. Show details. Hide details. That button. That's not doing anything. Okay. Oh, we're gonna be here all day if I'm looking at all the spells and just kind of remembering what they can do. Ooh, mage armor. We should have cast this. That's fine. Let's just end our turn. I want these guys to get up to us. I want the Overwatch to activate. That was okay. Let's get down there. And then, am I in range of the bow? No, I'm just... Wait a second. So... Oh, come on. I can't do any friendly fire? That's lame. Definitely add friendly fire. So, okay. I'm guessing with the attack roll here, we're getting a penalty because they're outside of our range here. It's just... I'm not seeing And it gives you the bow range there, you know, 150 to 600 feet, which that's correct, I think, as far as the values. Really sticking to the 5e rule set here. But I'm looking why is it 70%, or if like what are the penalties as far as being outside of the grid range here? I'm not seeing it right now. Let's go ahead and just shoot them. That's too quick. You guys see what I'm saying as far as the like the bow activating? As far as when I press it, it's like immediate. And I feel like they gotta let it, you know, you gotta do the action, and then I want to see my character like wind up and do it, and instead it's like I click it and they just shoot. Like, immediate. I want that slowed down a bit. Again, early access. Alright, let's see here. Combat log. Ooh. Where are we at? We're at the bottom here? Yeah, we're at the bottom. Uses savage attack. Problem is, I don't know any of my characters' names. Ooh, okay, here we go. I'm looking at all these. Is it just their AC? I'm seeing if there's a penalty for shooting outside of our grid range, and I'm not seeing anything there. So maybe not. I don't know. We're gonna have to see more about it. Because I think this is the latest. This looks like the latest. Yeah, round 2. Okay. That's fine. Let's just enter. Get our cleric in there. I think you're literally 1 square away. You son of a biscuit. Let's see. Can you just do a cantrip? Something like Sacred Flame. Yeah. I want to see why is it a 60%.
This shortcut is looking more and more like a trap.
Okay.
Don't worry, we'll be fine. We need to hurry.
I need to see.
Can we take a short rest? I'm worn out.
Fine, just a short one.
Okay. I saw the fails. I'm like, okay, so we failed, but it's no. I'm guessing when it's over the enemy and it says they failed, the actual character. Trying to, again, tune my brain not to think about how it works in Baldur's Gate 3 as far as the visual cues. So I need the birds to stop moving. So there's a breakdown. Alright, we'll mess with it later. Let's just keep going on. Can we loot them? Again, it needs to be a little bit more apparent. Like, okay, so what you can loot is literally that shiny object there. And then we got 2 gold pieces. Nice. But can we loot all of them? And the answer is yes. Okay. I just wish, okay, like, I'm like tabbing with Alt right now. And again, about Baldur's Gate 3, you hold Alt down and you can see what you can interact with. I kind of want some indication of that. Ooh, dagger. Gem, gold pieces, seaweed. Cool, cool, cool. Our characters are fast though. That's nice. I think I really like the combat as far as like what is being presented. Because I love grid base. Caltrops revealed. Where? That's like a trap. Where? Over there? How did my character see that? What an absolute... What a leader. Just knew it. Just knew that those traps were on the other side of this rock that he definitely could not see. Okay. Fair enough. And more there. Okay. Where are we going? Disarm. Do we have... We should have brought a rogue to make sure all these disarming checks that we have an easy time passing them. Let's see what that's like. Okay, so let's take our paladin here. Not gonna be the best at it.
Careful, this place is full of kobold traps.
Missing lockpick tools. Okay, wow, they're going deep with this. Well, I say deep, but they do it in Baldur's Gate 3 as well. As far as items are concerned, what do I have? Food rations, item tutorial. Not really a tutorial guy. I've been around for a while. Okay, so we'd have to find a lockpicking. Landry, what you doing, bud? Are we gonna go under this? No, we'll go over it. Okay.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Where are we going? Hang on. I feel like he said something to us that's important. Ooh, look at this. So you obviously get your combat log here. And then your status. What does this mean? Is this for... I wonder. Let's go to our cleric. Cast a spell. I have bless on right here. 1, 2, 3. Let's bless you 3.
The light
Now,
will guide us.
if we go to our log and we go to status. Very good. I like that. Now, do we have a duration on it? We should have one. Or do we not? Duration 1 minute. Oh. Okay, they're really leaning into the rulebook a little bit more as far as like using actual time durations. I wonder how that works out in combat when you are like turn orders. Interesting. Okay. I like that. That's good. Ritual spells. We have identify. We should probably cast mage armor on you. Let's see what that looks like. If I could find it, that'd be great. He did have mage armor, didn't he? Yeah, right here. What am I just looking over? So now, when we go to log and we look at status, it should say mage armor. All right, all right. That's cool. And he has a little blue buff, or not blue, green, right on his portrait over here. And magically armored. Okay. This throws a lot of information at you. That's for sure. Oh, you know what? Look at the mini map down here. Take a short rest. Okay. I just want to look at the map real quick. We have not gone far at all. Alright. Let's do that. Let's inspect.
Poor lad. At least they didn't eat him.
So it wants us a short rest. Where's the short rest button? Right here at the top. Okay. Top right. These are kind of where I'm wondering if they shouldn't, again, Baldur's Gate 3. I'm wondering if they shouldn't just move it right down here. That'd be nice, huh? Or having the option to move around your UI. That'd be cool. All right, so let's take a short rest. Take a short rest, cover HP and some powers, yeah. Remaining short rest before taking a long rest. 4 out of 4. Or we're 4 out of 4 because we haven't taken any. So, ooh. Ooh. Can we not long rest until we take all of our short rest? Because one of the number one, I would say, consistent comments I get on builds when it comes to either like bards and their short rest or just being like economic with your spell slots. A lot of people are just like, there are so many rations in the game, there's so much food in the game that you can long rest literally between every fight. And that's true. It's 100% true. But for me, for my play style, right, like the way I usually play is I do try to burn through those short rests first before I long rest. And so is this going to force us to long rest? Or use up all our short rest before we can long rest? That, hey man, using a bard or maybe being a little bit, more conservative with spells. Short rest complete. While short rest complete, you can spend hit dice to restore hit points and perform certain actions. Okay. Oh. So, Constitution's even better now. Okay. Because this is going to be a Constitution modifier. Move myself down right about here. Roll once. I got a +3. Or I got, I got a full heal there, and nobody else got hit. Okay, so you get like a little... This almost reminds me of Final Fantasy 15, where your party like you rest and you're by the campfire, and everybody does their own thing. Kind of reminds me of like that screen here. I like it. Oh, cutscene 2. All right, here we go.
I feel better now. Hey there. You alright?
Okay. Let me move myself back down over here. So, family roles. Each hero holds a role in the family, formed after their adoption by Lord Kolwol. Okay. Your role impacts the way they interact with each other, how they speak, and the tone they use. So just like normal conversations. Oh wait, okay. Some family members' roles they match well with certain personalities. This is indicated by the thumbs up. So our fighter here is the only one that is not going to have a positive interaction, or at least their personality does not mesh with the what's being asked. The golden kid. Okay. Sure. The scapegoat. Are these just the roles of like the orphans? The top student, the substitute. Got it. Oh. Okay, so they're designating our origin characters as far as where, like, how were they as orphans? I'll move myself back over. So who do we want as our golden kid? It's got to be the cleric. It's got to be the paladin. Let's go with the cleric.
I still can't believe we're going to bury Mum.
Mum.
Mum? We know Marhin adopted you, boy. I
Marhin.
didn't realize you were so close.
Who's the scapegoat? A little bit of a miscreant. I feel like it's got to be the fighter.
They were always Marhin's big baby. Go figure.
It's true. We had a special bond.
Well, in your own way, you were special too. You were the one who always got punished.
Our own little banter. This is nice. Top student, got to go to the wizard.
You were definitely looking for it.
And you were always the swotty teacher's pet, weren't you? You still are.
Guys, come on. It might be a day to remember old times. Don't dig up old quarrels. We know where this goes.
Well, I suppose that's going to be my fault.
You really haven't changed that much.
All right, everyone, listen up. Let's move. The funeral is at midnight, and we still have to climb that cliff.
These facial
Yes, sir.
expressions are hilarious.
That's Yorkus.
Diorcus.
It looks like it. What's she doing?
What do you think, dummy? We're burying Mother. Like you, she's grieving.
Okay, enough. Let's go. It's time.
I'm wondering. Part of me is like,
Come take a look at what I found.
I hope they keep these animations in because
Was wondering
it'll
how we were gonna
be
get up there.
I had a vague memory there was
hilarious to
somewhere,
like
so we
watch
started
back, and like it'll always be like a joke inside of like if you're in a party playing this game co-op on like Discord, you'd be talking to each other, and like you just be making fun of the way your character's talking, and that's a great conversation point. But as like a production standpoint, that ain't it, Chief. Those need some work. Ooh, yeah. So things that you can interact with. I think they need to be a little bit more visible, a little more clear. There's like this little box there. Ooh, glowing plants. Hang on. Oh, yeah, you're right. Give me that. Harvestables, okay. World may regenerate their contents. Can you... do things respawn? In Solasta? I have no idea. I can still interact with the kid. Also, there's a bag up here. We should get that bag. But it's by all these traps. Let's go around. Luckily, our characters are super fast. But yeah, do things respawn?
Careful. This place is full of cobalt traps.
Yeah, I know that. That's why I see them.
This is too dangerous.
Open the jute bag. You're gonna open it? Alright. Studded leather. I'll take it. I guess we could look at the art of that too. I'm looking at everything. I've realized over time that I love games that fully commit to like the immersion of the game, the menus, the art, just through and through. That's why I can't get on board with like, we'll use this is like an easy example of like something that's really bad is like Call of Duty and their like game menus and all that stuff when you go into the game. It's literally like, oh wait, there's a chest too. Where's the chest? Oh, I see it. Oh, good eye. But like Call of Duty in the menus, it looks like Netflix. Which is like the UI is so ugly, and then it's packed full of like cash items, and it just takes you out of the game. It takes you out of the immersion. It's like that's like the worst example I can think of. Wait. What did I just succeed? Poison needle. I just went over it. Things happen really quick. Okay, disarm, poison needle. I don't know if he's gonna be able to do it. You know what I'm a lockpicking set. I should have taken a dang rogue. Because none of my characters are gonna have a lockpicking tools. Yeah, I don't even think it matters about the chest because I don't have anybody with a lockpicking set. Unless there's a bag within a bag, which I don't think there is. Item slots here. We got feet or boots. We got gloves, 2 rings, belt. Oh, belt, something new. Necklace, cloak, helmet. Okay. And then potion equipped. Okay. Can you just drag anything into these slots? No. Okay. Interesting. Really gonna need a lot of items to fully appreciate all this. Okay. Something I do like in Baldur's Gate 3 that I'm not seeing here are those conversation dice rolls. I think it is great to see you actually you have the dice roll, you're making a choice, and you see that dice, spin out, and then you see what you get, and then you see all your modifiers. I think that was a really smart choice by Larian. And it just kind of happens instantaneous here. And so I think that takes away from like the choices you're making because it just happens so fast. So I kind of wish I had that in there, but I don't know. Is this early access enough to implement a system like that, or is that something that's just not going to happen? I would like the dice system, is what I'm trying to say. As far as when you're outside of combat and you're rolling dice, I want what Baldur's Gate 3 presents to you. I think that was a really smart choice by Larian. Let's go ahead and pick up some more bushes. I do like how fast our characters are. Oh, immediate cutscene.
You?
Diorcus. It's been a while.
For little trouble, mate.
What is that? Camera angles.
Like old times. You haven't changed a bit. Oh, Landry.
Hiya, Dee.
You're talking like
Is
this
a
with your
party or a
teeth out.
funeral?
Ricard sent us a message.
Ricard sent us
he
a
sent me
message.
one too.
That's how they're
He
talking.
said you didn't answer. He was worried.
Oh, really? How interesting.
We had to come and pay our respects.
You don't need an excuse. She adopted you. You're her children as much as I am.
It's probably time to go.
Lana, yes, the UI in Guild Wars 2 is
Give me a moment.
phenomenal. Well,
Join me then.
okay. Talk about that after the cutscene. All right, camera work. Use a little bit of help. I love. Okay, we got a lot of things to talk about. Guild Wars 2, the UI as far as the map, the kind of like the overlay, and then where like your health is and your skills, beautiful. They do like the painting style. Really, really love that. Same with like your character screen and then your item screens and whatever. One of the things though that drives me crazy about Guild Wars 2 are the actual menus, the achievement menu, because not only does the achievement menu hold all your achievements or things you can get, but they also throw in there like quest, so like legendary quest, daily quest, weekly quest, and it's all shoved under that one tab, and it is a nightmare to navigate. So UI beautiful in Guild Wars 2, but the I can't speak right now. The way they use the UI, and they have you navigate around it in Guild Wars 2. As far as just like looking for a specific quest, absolute nightmare. It's so bad. It's like they wanted to stay away from traditional questing so much that I think it's almost like a detriment to how they handled that. Other than that, yes, Guild Wars 2's UI is beautiful. Yes, in the map too, when you have like the fog of war, essentially, and you go into a new zone and how it presents itself. The only thing that kind of sucks though is most of the maps are all very like boxy and squares. So it's like you maybe could have taken a little liberty to make things like not so like square and boxy, a little more, make things a little more dynamic as far as the terrain. Like if there's an impassable mountain, that could shape the way a map is formed. Same with like rivers and waterways, etc. But Guild Wars 2 is, I have a lot to say about Guild Wars 2 because I think it is one of those games which I love. Guild Wars 2. I make content on Guild Wars 2. Not a lot because I don't really know what to make with Guild Wars 2, but I love that game, so I have a lot to say on it. But there are some things that are like, you critique the things you love, right? So Guild Wars 2 is definitely one of those games where I love it a lot, has issues, but if anybody was like, hey, what's an MMO to recommend? I'd be like, Guild Wars 2. Easy, right off the bat.
Almost there.
Ooh, the time of day has changed. I know it changed after we short rest. I just like the lighting here. It's very, it looks good. You see the sun hitting the cliffs over there. The water looks good. It's just, man, yeah. These character models and the faces. I think I'm gonna stick to like Uncanny Valley as far as how they're looking. I know you can change that. There are some. I'm not a developer. I have no idea what the hell I'm talking about, by the way. I could just tell you what I'm seeing, and I'm like, it doesn't look good. But like certain shaders and stuff. Oh, happy. You've never done Guild Wars 2, dude, brother. Especially if you like one of the best things about I think MMOs in general is you get to you play these fantasy classes where you have these roles, but you're in a persistent world where the game is continually getting updated, and then there's also a bunch of people around. And that's something like a CRPG. We're going to go into my $1 billion idea, by the way. Something like a CRPG, so something like Baldur's Gate 3, Divinity, even like Dragon Age Origins. Dragon Age Origins, by the way. I would love a remaster of that. I don't think we're ever going to get one. Anyways. Yes, navigating the UI or the menus in Guild Wars 2 is a freaking train wreck. Oh, God. But the art department, I feel like the navigation for those menus, it really comes down to the system designers as far as, I feel like they try to stay away from questing so much and having traditional quests in Guild Wars 2 that they were like, okay, what can we throw this into? Because we kind of do need quest. And like, let's just throw it into achievements. And then there'd be all these panels. And then they just kept building it, and they just kept building it, and now it's too far gone. It is what it is. But in these CRPGs, like again, Baldur's Gate 3, Divinity, Dragon Age, they are these campaigns, and you know, when they're done, and there's nothing wrong with that. I really appreciate the fact that, you know, games have a beginning, middle, and end. But replay value, they already have high replay value. We're talking about games that are like the gold standard, by the way. So they're going to age like fine wine. Like fine wine. But what's great about MMOs and why you put so much time into them is that online element and just the size of them, of playing these different roles and then interacting with other people. You're always changing up party members. Obviously, you don't get to control the other party members, but just being able to, like, let's just use Paladin as example. I'm the Paladin of whatever groups I'm joining. So each dungeon experience or whatever can be, you know, slightly different, but your role, you know what you're doing, and you feel like you're contributing to the team as a Paladin because you're the only one who can do, like, so it's like shouts, meditations, spamming a bunch of quickness. Like, that's your role. Honestly, Guild Wars 2 is actually not the best example for role identity because every Guild Wars 2 profession, it's very solo dependent. I mean, you can heal yourself, you can give yourself buffs, you can do damage, you can do condition damage. Every profession can do everything. So Guild Wars 2 is not the best example. But you know what I mean? Like, as far as the flavor of your class, you get to play that, and content is continually flowing, and you're seeing everybody, and you feel like you're in this immersive experience, whereas CRPGs, you know, it is just you. It's very curated, and it's more immersive. But again, that co-op element, I love it. My billion-dollar idea. And if there's any game developer that can pull this off, that would be amazing. But give us Baldur's Gate 3. Talking about everything for Baldur's Gate 3. Make like a social hub center where obviously you can't do any like you can't turn like on the timer, like the turn-based timer. Can't do that. But where you get everybody like in like say like just a section of Baldur's Gate, like the lower city. There's a tavern, whatever, and you can group up and you can go from that map to just like missions or dungeons or campaigns, and that's the way you like level up. You continue a story, but you have this social hub. So you gather up, you see everybody. We're talking about like server size, I don't know, 100 people, whatever the servers can handle, where you create your character. Obviously, you wouldn't be able to control, you know, have your own party. Maybe that's an option. But you have the, let's just say you can control like origin characters, but you actually have the option to just pick up people from the social hub to go do whatever missions are highly replayable for whatever reasons, for gear, etc. And like that's the game. I don't know if I explained it very well, but I was talking to one of my buddies. I'm like, this would be perfect. Like a persistent, you know, Baldur's Gate 3 that gets updated, has a social hub and a story that, you know, it doesn't need to continue, but it has like different stories and player-made content. That would be amazing. That would be really something special. Keep the combat system, keep all like the checks outside of combat too with your skills. I need to like write down all my ideas about it and put it in a more presentable way. But man, I'm like, if a company can pull that off, that'd be something. Kind of like a lot of Guild Wars 1. It's because everything's very sectional. That'd be great. I have no idea what we're doing. We went on a tangent here. Everything's locked over here. And it doesn't look like I can talk to anybody. No, I'm trying to click on people. Not happening. Okay, Happy, so your MMO your last one was RuneScape. Oh, I'm not gonna laugh, dude. RuneScape is killing it right now as an MMO.
My deepest sympathies.
So okay, it looks like try to get back on track with the game here. These merchants here, they're locked. Okay, I already know about the highlighted thing, and we can talk to this merchant over here. The dude is standing outside and we click on him and all of a sudden we're in his shop. Where is his shop? Okay, Lon, yes, you're absolutely right. Okay, the merchant. Oh, come to the stairs. I'll have to check on that after we go outside. But yes, Lana, Diablo 2, kind of like that. Yeah, kind of like that multiplayer, but instead of, because in Diablo 2 you have to join lobbies, right? But this would be more like a, like an MMO lobby where they have servers that you just join. But yes, like that. You gather your party, you have these social hubs, and then you just go out and you do like the Baldur's Gate 3 thing. That'd be awesome. That way you keep your character, you gravitate, you build them up. You gotta like a lot of investment into them. That'd be really, really neat. I think that would be like, it'd be a really popular game, I think. I don't know. I think that'd be a really good idea. All right, merchant stuff. Let's just go through the tabs. Okay, so it only has, wait, what the? So I'm clicking on weapons. You don't have weapons. I'm clicking on jewelry, consumables, and then, so he has obviously consumables, but then I go to the grid and then these like miscellaneous. I didn't check, but some spells require materials. I don't need materials, do I? No, I don't think I need materials. Like for Longstrider, again, Ranger. Wish we had a Ranger. You need like dirt. I don't think you need that material in this game. Because you can already tell, I think in Solasta II here, they are leaning more towards the D&D 5e rule set. But not all the way. Alright, that's nifty. Switches to our character. This is cool. Okay. Where are these stairs to this merchant's shop? He's got a tent here, and all of a sudden he's got a building? Is it like up here? I think it's funny. I think it's like, it's got like a little charm, right? It's like, here's my shop. That's just this tent. That's cool. Okay. We'll just keep going. I am enjoying this early access. More than I thought I was actually going to be. Oh, looking epic, but also really weird. That's a symbol. That's a symbol of the game icon. Or the logo. Lon, I think we're on the same wavelength here.
You made it.
Talk about that in a second.
Teokas. I thought you'd never come.
What happened?
I don't know.
Like her hands, like her arms seem like thin. I don't know. Right? It looks a little weird.
She knew
like no muscle.
was coming for her.
It doesn't make any sense.
She left this.
Is that Ben Starr? Voice actor?
It's Caladar. Time to honor Mother.
That's him. That's Clive.
Talk later.
From 16.
Thank you for coming. I know it was a long trip.
We had to come. She meant a lot to us, but you know that.
Yes.
Lies. Lies. You should have saved her.
I told you. It was Mariah Kay's will. It was her time, and she wanted to go in peace.
Did she tell you that? Or is it what you tell yourself?
Dee, I'm begging you.
We can still bring her back.
No! She told me not to. She deserves the peace of death.
Try and stop me. Nick.
What is going on? This just went up to like 1,000 right now. Is that Lae'zel? Is that what's her name? I'm gonna butcher. Is it like the Davina? I don't remember her name. She's amazing, by the way.
Nick. Fury.
Imagine, this would be scare the shit out of me being in a D&D world. It's the fact that if people get like emotionally charged in an argument, shit can absolutely hit the fan. Oh god, these need to be fixed a little bit. It's like the cutscene choreography. A little comical. Just say that. Early access. Early access. Are we fighting? Oh, hell yeah. Like, there's a lot of things going on. I'm a part of this, though. Devra, okay. Yes, I love her. I watched her play Baldur's Gate 3. That was an absolute treat.
Mariah Kay won't allow it.
I cannot lose her. Not like that.
The pillar. Knock it down.
Pillar, knock it down. Okay. What pillar? I feel dumb. Oh, here we go. So holding, again, holding Alt shows you what you can interact with. The only problem is, do I need to push it or can I shoot something at it? Like say a, where is my guiding bolt? No, I can't. Okay. Trying to work out what you can interact with. Success rate. Okay. I think we're gonna need to get our fighter over there because it looks like we can only push it. All right, let's get our fighter over there. So we're gonna clear the way. It's guiding bolt. This guy's already weak. 19 dead. Okay, yeah. I'm pretty settled on that for the. Okay, so you have to go to the other side. Okay, yeah, I figured. I'm pretty much set on the fact that there needs to be a delay between when you click your action and then when it, like, your character does it. Because it being immediate, I don't know, you don't get to appreciate the impact. And so I feel like that kind of stinks. Let's go ahead and turn. Oh, Damon, can you get over there? Probably not. Let's have it so our fighter gets over there. Spell-wise. Triggers on attack hit. Okay. Kind of just like being able to select Divine Smite. Let's go up there, swing our sword. Did we hit them? That's what I'm talking about, like combat feel. It didn't feel like seeing like I hit him. I didn't hear anything. But I guess we did because we can use Divine Smite. Alright, groovy. Great. Okay. Let's stand to the side over here. Why is he glowy like that? Alright, anyways, doesn't matter. Let's end your turn. There's another one somewhere. Okay, they're over there. Got it. I don't think I'm going to be able to do much. Let's have you end your turn. And really, we just want our, we're going to have our fighter sprint over there. Can you, traverse over, okay, yes. Traverse over the terrain. Double click. Double clicking. Okay. For some reason it wasn't working there. Yeah, continue dashing. Good, good, good. Alright, so next turn you'll be able to push that. Good. That's easy enough. What are you doing, bud?
Look, the pillar behind her.
Yeah, I know. Thank you, Ben. I understand. Dude, Ben Starr like came out of nowhere, but man. Oh, he is such a good voice actor. Alright, so a little bit of an XCOM cover system here. I'm guessing that's what the 50% success is. Let's just, what does it look like? Okay, we hit him. Just kind of went through. Cool. I'll take it. What? What were all those numbers under me? Was that all the radiant damage? Yes. Okay. I think that's, something about the combat. Again, we kind of talked about it when you click the, you know, the ability spell, your weapon, whatever, your attack. It just happens immediately. I kind of want it to be slowed down a bit. Because if you're playing fast pace, I don't think it really matters. Oh, Ben Starr on Expedition 33. Don't get me started on Expedition 33. What a game. What a game. It's just like one of those games, it's like you thought like, okay, turn-based combat, they kind of done it all, right? Expedition 33 comes out and says, nah. We still got it. These games still rock, and they're absolutely right. Expedition 33 is so good. So good. And Ben Starr killed it. You know what? It was oh no. What was Expedition 33? Their father's name, Renor. Was that Andy Serkis, right? He deserved to win like voice actor because dude is literally the best dad ever. He is just trying to keep his family together, and they try to put him down. I'm like, dude, no. I mean, I'm a dad, so I'm like, dude, this dad, he's right. I agree with him. Yeah, Raynor. Yeah, I agreed with him the entire time. I'm like, he's just like, dude, being in the painting is not good. He's just trying to keep you alive. I get you're in pain, but like, you have to deal with it in the real world. I'm like, yes, I agree with him. We should leave this painting. I'm sorry, everything's fake here. Man, we could go down the rabbit hole with Expedition 33, because on the other hand, it's like, well, these people in this world, they're sentient, they have lives, they have feelings. So does it feel right to end it? Alright, yes, Carrie, back to D&D. Back to D&D. Let's... Back to our mage here. What else we got? Firebolt. We got some good ones here. Light, not gonna work here. Shadow Dagger. Outside of Baldur's Gate 3 as far as wizards, I'm not your guy. Ranger, though. We don't have Ranger. Let's use Thunderwave. Look at this box. This is a box. This is a box. Okay. Let's go ahead, and this is going to be an opportunity attack. I guess indicated by that little yellow line there. Like, okay, you guys know what I'm talking about, right? Where the animations, the hit impacts, everything just, it's not synchronized. I think they can fix that. So that's why I'm going to make a big emphasis on making things feel impactful. Because that didn't feel good. Gotta make game feel good, right? Let's use Fireball, though. Yeah, it needs to be slowed down. I'm trying to think, like, is it just something I need to get used to? And okay, I'm wondering. I have no idea about what other people's opinions are on this game. I'm shooting from the hip for this entire stream, essentially. So I'm just kind of like dishing out what exactly I'm thinking. Combat, I think it needs to be slowed down as far as animations. I mean, I kind of like that, like the dice rolls are happening, like on the character. Like, that's cool. I mean, you have to add, like, you can't copy Baldur's Gate 3 1-to-1, right? Thanks, Carrie. Thanks. Let's go ahead and push this. Let's push this thing over here. Okay, we did it. Story is happening. Good job, Ben. Like, I want to make my character's face look like that dude, but my options were not there. Oh, what's his name? What's his name died? I don't remember it though.
Holy Mother.
Some divine intervention going on. Okay. There's no way her character's gonna die here. Too big of a name of a voice actress.
The covenant must be honored.
I tried. I did everything you asked of me. Why did you take her from me?
It's weird hearing Lae'zel.
Shadwin was right.
There we go, yeah.
You are the betrayer. And you have betrayed me!
Lock it! No? He's like, what did you do? Get out of there, Ben. We're gonna fall all into this abyss that's under this temple. I'm sure we'll be fine.
Rickard, no!
Yo, you can't be telling me. Now, this is early access propaganda.
Oh, Holy Mother, keeper of life and death, please hear our prayer. Your devoted cleric seeks your mercy.
I wonder if we would pick cleric, if we would have seen like all the deities, the gods, the goddesses. And so is this just one of them that we're kind of like centered around right now? You can't kill off Ben Starr right now.
Why? The Cold Walls failed to keep the Covenant. Again.
We are Cold Walls too. Marhin was a mother to us. We shall honor the Covenant.
You would take Marhin's burden to save her son.
Is that Shadowheart? They got the whole cast? Is everybody here? Alright then. Hang on. What is the Covenant? I kind of want to know what we're getting into.
What is the Covenant?
Your sacred heritage. A blessed journey to undertake. flame to keep alive.
It does sound like her. Well, I mean, the journey, you gotta say yes, right? If you say no, is it just gonna end the game? That'd be really funny. It's like, well, you said no, your characters just left the temple, Ben Starr died, and they lived out their lives. We will take up the covenant. Also, I'm a paladin, so... There's some goofy-ass looking characters.
We will.
Carrie, my chat was on the screen, but I didn't like the font, so I took it off. I gotta work on that. We'll do like a test stream. She fell down with us. Alright then. Really bright. A lot of things happened there. Not sure what's going on. Here we are. Hey, Zell. Got some explaining to do. I think the graphical fidelity is really good. Neokos.
She sent me back.
Where?
Rick.
Ben.
Why?
She also got like a veiny tattoo thing.
Everything from me. Shadwin was right. It's all lies. Deceit. All of it.
Good throw.
Wait! He's alive.
There's our boy.
What happened? Where is the Orcus?
Diorcus.
Gone. Don't move. We'll go get help.
Oh, fine. I guess I'll stay here.
Did that really happen? Did we
His faces.
really speak to Mareike?
It burns. What? God's teeth unbranded.
What? Oh, so am I.
Mareike's symbol. The message is clear.
I'd have a couple of questions for her.
Me too. Like, what happened to Landry? He had nothing to do with all this.
Oh, Landry.
What about those weird
He's
stone
probably dead.
creatures protecting the Orcus.
Well, finding help for Rickard should be our priority.
What happened there? I kind of feel like we should have leveled up, but it looks like you can see right down here. That's our experience as far as when we're gonna hit level 2. A lot of armor. Nice. Can we talk to him?
Thanks, I feel much better. But I don't think I can stand yet.
Okay. Heroic inspiration.
But I could do with a drink.
Okay, this is the
Are
thing
you being
about
serious, Rick?
inspirations.
You know, I was kidding.
I like in Baldur's Gate 3 the fact that you can toggle when you use your inspiration.
Mareike watches us.
I don't think I had it. Like, I have a human character, so I had a heroic inspiration when I start. And I haven't had like a toggle event for it. I'm wondering if that'll happen. Oh, I have something here. Review tutorials. I don't read tutorials. Okay. You can spend... Okay, maybe I didn't... I don't remember if my character had this above his head prior to this. But, here, I mean, it tells us right here. As soon as we if we fail an attack or a saving throw, we can spend a heroic inspiration to reroll. Okay. I kind of want to see that. I kind of wanted to get into some combat. And then...
Over there. Stay behind me.
Grown-ups, you know?
It just kind of throws things... Okay. You know what's actually would help out? Yeah, I think we... I mean, I feel like that was a big event, right? I feel like we should have leveled. Maybe not. But in your mini map here, your map, pretty helpful. And my big head here is it's covering the mini map, but pretty helpful when they say like, oh, look ahead, or enemies, to indicate what the heck they're talking about. Because yeah, right here, some fairies, a dryad. Okay, so we at least know like, okay. Move myself up. You can see it right there. I feel like I should just go with my usual camera setup. But yeah, you can see the little orange dots there. I wonder if we should sneak up on them. I should have gone with a rogue. Or had a rogue in the party. What does that mean? Okay, so obviously exclamation point, they're going to be alerted? Yes, okay. So if you stay within, if they're in your bubble while you're sneaking, that'll alert them. Got it. Dryad, what you doing? Okay. I don't know who you hit. Everybody can still see you. I'm just seeing if I could get into cover, but I don't think that's happening. Let's go ahead, cast a spell. Guiding Bolt, we can do it one more time. Those are our spell slots. Okay. Got it. So these bubbles here, spell slots, and then cantrips are obviously infinite. And then divine favor, because we're a cleric, we have free cast of this. I don't know. I didn't look at our cleric as far as what they are. Let's go ahead. Look how quick this is. It's like immediate. I don't think the sound effects are bad. I think we'll sum up our impressions at the end here, but I think we will talk a lot about the animations. I think that'll be a big thing they need to improve on, which luckily I think that is something they can do in early access. Let's end our turn here. Fairy. Opportunity strike. Okay, so things do pop up as far as reactions. Good. +4 to hit, reaction. Yeah. Got it. Starting to learn, the UI. I kind of just made this fighter an archer. And it looks like you can. I wonder if you can shoot through your. I want to shoot through your allies, but I'm wondering if. I kind of want them to go down into cover, like they do in XCOM, like where you can like hide behind things. I think that'd be cool. So high ground is cover. Yeah. Yep. I can see like you can see like the little tiny little shields there. So that's full cover. Can I shoot like over them? And I'd kind of want like a animation to let you know that your character's against cover. I think that'd be cool. Or that would go that extra step, like attention to detail, that would make combat feel like immersive. I think that'd be cool. Nice hit. Yeah, that's fast. But that felt okay. Again, yeah. So I think things need to be slowed down. I want to see that arrow just right there is just like instant. Oh wait, we're not level 2. So we're not going to have action surge yet. Okay. I think for this early access, I kind of want to get a little further along to like really get a grasp on the combat, because this is just much different than, not much different, but there's a little bit of a learning curve. Cast spells. We have 1 spell left. Advance actions. No, that's not what we want to do. Bonus actions, just healing. When this is enabled, the hero can use their heroic inspiration to re-roll an attack. Okay. Why would I not want that enabled? Okay. That was right there, down there at the left. Or right bottom side. Magic dagger. Sure, let's hit him with it. We missed, right? Or it was a wisdom saving throw, but yeah, it just went like right through them. So they succeeded. Okay. Yeah, this is just a little goofy. And then we can't do anything with our bonus action, but okay, that was their roll, so here our heroic inspiration doesn't matter. Alright, let's keep going. What can we do as a paladin? We can heal, we can neutralize poison. Yeah, we don't need to do that. She's gonna swing her sword. Oh wait. Oh shit. I want to make sure we had our heroic die enabled. Use Divine Smite. I think we're out of Divine Smites. So we took them out. What does this mean? That we just killed them, or where their body is? I don't know. Let's pick up their stuff. Boodle. Mana dust. Yeah, we'll take that. Alright, let's go ahead and end turn. The Dryad's turn. Look at some of these models. Behind the bush. I mean, they look good. Foresty people. I'm trying to see like their horns. They look cool. A little twitchy. They also, you know, suffer from the same problem where I think their heads are a little too big. Like a little, like, tree-like. That's pretty cool. The missing spell actually missed visually. Yeah, I did see that. I think it does just come down to, like, almost like the battle choreography, where it's like, spell goes through and then it like the timing of when the character dodges and just making sure it's slow enough so we the players can tell, okay, that was that. But again, things are happening so damn quick. What is this guy doing? Oh, they have a they're slowed, so the slow effect, you can just see it on them there. A little more gamified. I like that. Our cleric, is there anything special you can do? Confirm the area. I don't know what this is gonna... We're not gonna mess with that right now. Gain tremor sense. You can pinpoint location of creatures within 60 feet. I don't think I need to do that right now. On a stone surface. That is very specific. Okay. I mean, hey, if they have situations where that's useful, even if it's like once or twice, that's good. A little diversity. Do Sacred Flame, but god, Sacred Flame kind of sucks. Let's hit him with our... No. Back to our mallet, or our mace. 70%, let's go for that. Also, that mace. I mean, if we're talking historically in like our medieval weaponry, the mace looks fine. But we're in a fantasy setting. I kind of want that thing to be a little bit bigger. Just like a little bit bigger, you know? Because that just looks like, I don't know, like a big spoon or ladle for the kitchen. Let's use our bow here. Okay, so everybody's heroic inspiration is just disabled. Kind of want you to miss. That's fast. Advantage and disadvantage. Obviously, because we're on the high ground, we have advantage. And we have Savage Attacker too. I mean, that's just a great combination. Looking at the breakdown of the dice rolls we were doing. Okay, so you could see there, our first roll, our first d20 was a 6. You see the second roll, it's an 18. Exits out the 6. That's advantage working. That's good. But damage-wise, where is... Here we go. Huh, okay. It doesn't seem like it's doing the same thing for Savage Attacker, because it says, well, we use Savage Attacker and we roll twice and we keep the better result, but it's not showing us the first result. Yeah, the dude's yeah, don't worry about his leg. It's meant to be like that, I think. It doesn't look comfortable. Okay, but Savage Attacker, we didn't see the reroll for that. I kind of want to see that. Get their turn. What did it just say? Dashing. Okay. And then it's our wizard. Your inspiration's on. Let's cast a spell. We can do one of these, and then everything else. This can be cast once per long rest. Okay, probably okay. After we get one more free cast of Magic Missile. Because it says ×1 there at the bottom, and then right above my head. I don't know where to put my camera for this. But that's an indication, and then after that we'd have to use our spell slot, which we only have one more level 1 spell slot. So let's use Magic Missile. We only need to use one there, and then let's drop 2. Target not sensed. What? Alright, let's move first. So because we're here, they're not in our line of sight and we can't use Magic Missile. Got it. Makes sense. 1, 2. And then the other enemy's there. We could just split it all, but let's just double up on them. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. And then our paladin's kind of screwed because... What are these? Javelins? Oh, we have infinite? Oh, well, well, well. Alright, I want to do this because I want... Let's turn on our inspiration. We don't have a great chance. There we go. Okay, so we do have toggle for inspiration. Nice. Just reroll it. Sweet. Okay. I want to keep the high ground. And we just end our turn. So I like that, where this dryad here was aiming at us up here, but they missed, and then you saw it, their spell there actually impact and hit like below us on the stone there. That was good. I wonder if there's like multiple ways it can miss, like instead of shooting low and hitting the stone, shoot high and actually go above our character. But that's good. I mean, that's visually showing us what is happening. Instead of us just like dodging it, you know what I mean? That it actually hits the terrain. I think that's good. Hit him with a mace. Oh. Clerics. Only a 35. Why is... Oh, because they're probably inside of our longbow range. Is that what this is? Or is it because... No, it's because they're in cover. That's what the shield icon is, right? Yeah, Lana, I'm just like... Yeah, I'm literally... Yeah, anything that I see that's kind of like... I feel like it's off. I'm just calling it out. I'm saying like, is this a problem? And if I keep calling it out, then obviously it's like, yeah, it's probably a little bit of a problem. Now, I have a success rate of 35%. And is that because of the shield they're in cover? Oh, you know what? Look at... I think it's right... Okay, it's right in the line of sight there. I think it's because of the cover I'm in. Whereas here, this is a clear line. That's interesting. Okay. I'm guessing that's what that is. I was thinking maybe it's because I have a longbow, but I'm also not getting like, how many feet? I don't see anywhere of like how many feet they are away from me. I don't know what like one tile is equivalent to, but I'm guessing it's fine. We'll go for this one. Yeah, that's fast. Going back to the log. Success. Yeah. Okay, fair enough. End our turn. Let's go back here, cast spell. And now if we're going to use magic missile, we're using our spell slot. And let's just make sure we get her killed. Because these are going to do... Hang on. They do 1d4 plus 1. Okay, so good chance we kill that one. Might not die. It did. Okay. Magic missile is so good. Nice.
It looks like we're not welcome.
They're Fae. I guess we're trespassing in their territory.
Maybe. Let's just stay alert.
Did you see that?
What?
Some kind of giant bird.
Stay alert, everyone.
I see the victory screen, and in my head, I'm just getting like Final Fantasy VII like fanfare music, da 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 da. I think I actually appreciate if you're gonna have the victory, you know, plastered above our characters. That need some sort of like inspirational music, maybe like a bard jig or something. That'd be cool. Okay, I think we could stop here and kind of talk about impressions so far. I mean, it's going to be the exact same things that I've been repeating. Let's loot everything first. Kind of getting used to the UI. I think there's a lot of good with this game, though, overall. God, we are quick. We're just like zooming. Floaty. I think that's a word I want to use for this. It's just like, look at us. The fact that like we don't even break like our stride when we're going up and down stairs, like we're just same speed, baby. Woo! One speed. Okay, yeah. Yeah, look how fast we go. Damn. Yeah, let's go in this mode real quick, and then I wonder, does controller work? Ooh, controller does work. So like they have like you can kind of walk. Interesting. Hang on. Yeah, I'll look at some bodies still. Hang on. I think I got everything I killed. Other bodies back here. It's fine. We're not going to go much further. Okay. Yeah, stairs. It's like, I feel like we actually accelerate when we're hitting the stairs. And you know what? That's a hell of a feat. Okay. Let's talk about impressions thus far on Solasta II here. Overall, I think it's good. A lot of good things. Seeing a lot of good. But it is early access. So, and how long they're going to be in early access, I don't know. Baldur's Gate 3 was in early access for what? 3 years? I think? It was in early access for a while, and the game did change a lot during then, but not a lot of like fundamental parts about Baldur's Gate 3 changed during early access. So I don't expect everything that's an issue to be fixed, because maybe some of these things are like fundamental. Again, I'm not a game developer. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I can just point out things that I say, that good, that bad. Animations. I think most of the issues actually just revolve around characters. I'll go back to character customization. Maybe I didn't spend a lot of time with it because there were a lot of choices, admittedly. But I feel like the preset characters, I couldn't get what I wanted. I just wanted like an Aragorn. I wanted like a gruff-looking ranger dude. And Ben Starr's character, actually his face model, that one actually looked something similar to what I wanted. So maybe, I don't know what they can do to change that. I wasn't thrilled about that part of the character creator, but I'll go back and mess around with it. That could totally be just, I didn't spend enough time with it. but I also didn't want to spend like, hours tinkering with all the settings. But as far as the characters are presented, I think their heads are too big. Something's off about these character models. I don't know if it's the style. Maybe. I don't know. Is this like how they look in Solasta 1? Because if it's just like an artistic choice for these like proportions, then, fair enough. Maybe I just dislike that part. But I did think that some of the characters, like, I don't know, lack some muscle on their arms or something like that. They look like too scrawny. I don't know. Like, it's a fantasy setting. I want them to like kind of fill out a little bit more. And then obviously animations when they're in motion. This is probably too fast. Okay. It's not that it's too fast. Like, if you're on flat terrain, I think this is fine. But if I'm hitting like stairs, I expect the characters to slow down a little bit. Maybe. Can I just jump there? Hooah. I do like that. I do like the fact that you kind of move freely throughout the map. I don't mind not having like a jump command like in Baldur's Gate 3. I don't think that's like, it's not a huge deal. Especially if you have like a bunch of terrain where you're like, hoo-ah. That's cool. Like, some of the animations are good. But the cutscenes, I mean, oh man, the cutscenes are bad. Other than the voice acting, the cutscenes are bad. The choreography, I was gonna say cartography. It's not the right word. The choreography, the facial animations, as far as lip syncing as well, and the facial expressions. Again, early access. I feel like that's something you would maybe is that like the later end stages of game development? Again, I have no idea. But as they are right now, they ain't good. They ain't good at all. But luckily, S tier voice talent. We got Ben Starr here, so I think that's fine. Voice acting's fine. As far as the lore and the story that's going on, very lost. These games take a long time to kind of let them sink in, and where you start understanding everything. But man, those cutscenes are rough. They don't look good. Those need some work. And then that carries over to combat, where things are happening too quick. The animations are too snappy. Like, the reaction is just like instant. You click your mouse that you want to do something, and then they just do it instantly. And it's like, with a turn-based game, I feel like you do need that delayed time between you tell your character to do something, and then they like wind up, or they do their casting animation, and then that animation needs to be like smooth, and visually you just be able to tell, okay, miss, hit. When they hit, I need to be able to hear that impact. That spell needs to make a certain sound effect that's only, if it's an ice spell, it needs to sound like ice. If it's fire, it needs to sound like fire. And I think they have those things, but because it's happening so quick on top of all these different other sound effects, like your dice rolling, or the missing, or your character's grunting, it's just all like so, it's all just bundled together in like this split second. So it's just like a mess. And I think that's a problem. So they need to like, almost like timeline it out of like an order, so you can visually tell what's going on one after the other. Because yeah, combat was just way too fast. As far as again, when you're clicking, you're activating a spell, and then you're like performing it. Too quick. What else? The UI, I think it looks good. I like having this combat log. Yeah, like, abundantly clear. This is early access. That's why I feel like it's this is like the most important time to be critical, because it is in that early access stage. Whereas if this is a release product, you don't get much like wiggle room. Then the game's out, people are gonna have their impressions, and first impressions, they do matter. Can you come back from? Yeah, but you don't want to you don't want to dig yourself into that hole an early access, like, okay, another thing I'll say is, in no way, shape, or form does everything that's presented here, and I don't get any sort of, like, scam vibes from this game as an early access. I think this is a product just right now. Again, we only played for like an hour, honestly. But just how much time they went into like explaining, you know, your dice rolls, your rule set, or they're going over the rule set, the character customization. There's no way this company is gonna like cut and run. Why do I make a point of emphasis of like a scam or not scam? Because of Ashes of Creation. If you guys are familiar with that early access MMO, I had my eye on it. It was a game that I kept kind of at like an arm's distance because I'm a huge MMO fan. So whenever there's a new MMO coming out, you kind of like are holding your breath thinking, ooh, is this going to be another banger? Anyways, that game is a scam. And that just went into early access on Steam, and they just complete rug pull from their entire community. It's a shit show. Won't know what really happened behind the scenes with that game for like another year because of lawsuits, etc. But this game feels like the developers are doing the Larian thing where the early access is really meant for feedback and then them changing things, hopefully. I mean, we won't know until we actually see changes start being implemented, but this seems like it's going to be a solid product, but not AAA, which is fine. I think AAA, as far as games go, it's kind of like a whatever. It doesn't really matter anymore. I think indie developers, again, because of Expedition 33, can show that you don't need all that budget. You can make a great game as long as you have the right people. Trying to think what else. I mean, I'm on board with this. There's enough here that I like. I mean, okay, I will say a big drawback is not being able to make a character that I'm attached to. But that might be remedied with just spending more time with the character creator. But I just think my character looks too soft, and this is not what I wanted at all. He just looks like it's too like boyish, right? Like I want a paladin that's seen some shit. Yeah, Ashes of Destruction. Yeah. Fucking man, I could rant it. I don't want to. I couldn't rant too much about it because I never invested in it because I don't know. It just felt a little off, or it felt like it was too early in development to even jump on board. I'm like, you know what? I'll play it when it's got something. But this doesn't feel like that. That's a big thumbs up. My character does look like a rookie. Yeah. And you know what? Nothing against rookies, but I don't want him to look like a rookie. Yeah, just not a big fan of the way my character looks, unfortunately. And I will probably tomorrow try to get something better. And I hopefully, maybe not in early access, but eventually like at launch, or hopefully before, but they have like a magic mirror which can change your appearance. That's always a great option to add. First day on the job, level 1. You know what? It does fit that. Yeah, that's true. I do want him to at least look a little bit better. I mean, looking at the other characters, our elf looks okay. Again, her head's just a little big. And our dwarf, he looks okay as well. I just want him to be a little bit more muscular. Maybe I'm just leaning too much on like traditional fantasy tropes, but I mean they're tried and true, right? And then our elf, I don't like the way our elf looks. He doesn't have like a chin. We have 2 elves on our team. Huh, didn't realize that. Okay. Yeah, it's just like all the characters, they look a little off. Uncanny Valley kind of esque. Yeah, I was looking for that. So being able to, well, hang on. Huh. So when you select, okay. There's recentering on the character here. If you just click on, so we have the elf selected, our wizard. If we click on his portrait picture here, it doesn't do anything. But if we tab, oh. Okay, wait. So if you want to recenter, it looks like you just need to hit tab. Which is weird. I feel like just double clicking on the picture, that would do it. But yeah, you just hit tab and it'll actually go to him. And then if I hit tab again, it'll switch to my next character. But you can also just click on their portrait and it'll snap the camera to them. I mean, we're really nitpicking here, but I feel like, again, this is a good time to do it. But overall, I mean, hey, this is pretty good. I think this is, I don't know, unless like you're really itching for a CRPG, like a new one. Because it is early access. You have no idea what is actually going to go on with the game. But I think this is kind of worth it if you're itching for a CRPG. This seems pretty cool. Is it... It's not going to be on the level of Baldur's Gate 3. I think that needs to be said. But is there enough here? Is it solid enough? I mean, signs are pointing to yes. They have to clean up the combat, in my opinion. The animations, and just again, timelining them out to make it visually more appealing and readable. I think that's a big thing. Because, like, Lana, you're absolutely right. Dragon Age Veilguard vibes as far as the character faces. Again, little uncanny. You know what? You just... Yes. That's exactly how I feel about how these characters look. They just look a little bit off. That's weird. Oh, we got quests on the right side, or that I just clicked. Okay, so we do have a quest log and kind of know what we're doing. Actions. Oh, so this is what they were talking about in the cutscene. We do get lore. Awesome. Continent, the Caldwell family. Yeah, this is just stuff I have no idea about, and it tells you who's in each one of these factions. Oh, adoptive brother, adoptive sister. Okay. All right. I'm wondering. Ooh, can we like? Is there a world map? Can I zoom out even more? No, I don't see anything for that. Okay. Yeah, no, this is a good start. I think it's a good start. I think it's a solid start. I mean, taking it a step further, like content creation side. I don't know. I don't know yet, I should say. Again, usually games that I make content on, they're games that I love. And it's weird, as far as going back to like the combat timeline with turn-based combat games. I don't think you usually ever run into a problem of like readability and just like the visuals of seeing of seeing everything. There's usually not a lot of visual clutter because again, it's turn-based, kind of has that slower pace, but man, this is kind of like, I don't know if they are trying to like go up against that trope. I don't know if they want to try to make it feel more actiony with how quick it is, but I don't think they need to lean into that. I think if you're going to make it turn-based, keep things tactical and readable, most importantly. Got to tell what's going on, kind of predict what's going to happen. I mean, you do have the combat log, but you shouldn't need this to kind of know everything that's going on. But shit, yeah, that's Solasta II. That's some first impressions there. Some good, some bad. Early access. This is the time to, levy some problems, things that need to be ironed out, and maybe they already have like an ongoing list of things that they're going to improve. I gotta imagine they're gonna improve the cutscenes with like the voice lines as far as the lip sync, because that was comically bad, especially when they're talking to you with like their front teeth. That's not a good look. That's not how people talk. Well, that's not how most people talk. Yeah, I mean, granted, we didn't play it very long. I'm talking about as far as readability. Maybe that's something you adjust to, but again, I'm not really one of those people that believe that you need to play a game for like dozens of hours to determine if it's going to be good or not. No, I feel like a game needs to be hitting a lot of benchmarks as soon as you start it up. If it's going to be a story game, I need some hooks. I need some relatability and things to get invested into. If it's going to be a combat game, combat needs to be, smooth, solid, impactful. It needs to be something that I feel like there's some skill expression, etc. So at least, you know, this game, I feel like it hits the ground running as far as the narrative. You don't spend too much time yapping. You know, you just kind of get into it. You know, you're a bunch of orphans. You're here for your mother's funeral, apparently. Apparently I guess she ran an orphanage. So, yeah. Yeah, did I miss? Yeah, that's not something you wanna be really asking yourself. I don't remember how what was like the visibility on character or enemies, their health bars. I kind of wonder, does this game need like you see how Damon here, he has his health bar. I wonder if there's a way to like keep that health bar above their head like persistently. Let's go into the settings. I imagine it would be under gameplay. Hide heroes' helmets. I mean, heroes never wear helmets, but they should. Keep their brains in. Let's see here. What is this? Oh, these are settings for combat. Okay, I was sitting there thinking like, are these UI things? No. NPC turn speed. I wonder if you should slow this down. Adjust the speed at which NPCs take actions during their combat turns. I don't think this would adjust the animations. My game was saving all the time. I don't know if you guys saw that. Controls. I guess it would be in our interface, right? Text size. I wonder if I should make this adjust the subtitles. I'm wondering if I want the wording to be bigger too. But again, that doesn't slow down the speed. Show attack rolls. Yeah. I'm guessing these are the animations that like kind of go over your character, which I like those. I think that's a cool touch. Nice speed. Oh, I think I want to slow that down. I don't know. I don't see it. I came in here for the health bars, but I don't see that option. So maybe that would be a good option to add health bars above their. Yeah. No, that is a positive. I didn't even mention it. The difficulty customization is always good to be able to kind of tailor pick things that you want to make harder or easier. That's good that they already have that in. But yeah, I didn't see anything to keep everybody's health bar, so you can kind of see if you don't want to look at your party menu. I think that'd be cool. Yeah, I think that wraps up Solasta here. I mean, do I want to go play the first one now? I don't think so. I think I'm good. Maybe I'll check it out. I don't know. Has anybody played the first Solasta before? Because I have like, yeah, no experience with it. I really haven't heard too much about it. And it was like, it's on sale with this too. Yeah, it is on sale. Okay. I thought so. Maybe check that out. I don't know. Or it's like, play Solasta, or just play another campaign run of Baldur's Gate 3. That's the other thought. But alright. I think that is it for the stream. Thank you all for coming to hang out. I honestly, it was just kind of like, we're just shooting from the hip as far as streaming. I was like, okay, let's just check out this game. Kind of like Baldur's Gate 3. Kind of got a Baldur's Gate 3 channel, or I would say a, CRPG, tactical RPG channel going on, because I love tactics, y'all. So don't think I'm ever going to stop covering or doing stuff with Final Fantasy Tactics. But kind of like Baldur's Gate 3 here. Thought it'd be a good jumping in point, kind of give some thoughts. I don't know if I'd make any content on it. Maybe like a checkout video. Kind of refine my thoughts a little bit more on this game and spend a little bit more time with it. and then let people decide, hey, is this early access? Is that something you want to check out? Or maybe you should be just keeping an eye on this game as far as it's being developed. And then knowing when launch comes around, hey, this is a game worth checking out or getting into. And if you already are, following the early access, you'd know, yeah, that's good. This is going to be a good one. I wouldn't play the early access too much because I wouldn't want to spoil it, Oh, we saying the first Solasta is not worth it? Okay. That's kind of the vibe I was getting from just checking it out on Steam and just watching their trailer there. I'm like, ugh. I love indie games, but I like the whole package as far as the UI, the audio, everything just being kind of at a high quality bar or very immersive. I think that's the word that I want to use more when I'm talking about games that fully grab me and give me that 10 out of 10 experience is immersion, the attention to detail. Those are things that, elevate games for me and kind of make them just the Mount Rushmore of video games. And those obviously change for everybody, but I think something like Baldur's Gate 3 is a great example. Final Fantasy Tactics, another great example. Solasta here, we'll see. Oh yeah, when Divinity comes out with Larian, when that hits early access, I think we'll do the same thing. I got a good feeling. I mean, just Larian, looking at Original Sin 1, 2, and then Baldur's Gate 3. That'll definitely be a game that we cover on the channel. I do need to go back and beat Divinity Original Sin 2. I don't know what mental block I have on why whenever I get off the first island, I just get completely disconnected and disinterested. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just the timing. Maybe some other games came out. I don't know. I need to figure it out because it didn't happen with Baldur's Gate 3. I started playing Baldur's Gate 3 again when it came out, and I was just hooked the entire time. I haven't stopped playing it since. So I don't know why one game grabbed me and the other didn't, other than maybe the tone, maybe the artistic style, because they are visually very different games. I think Baldur's Gate 3 is much more gritty, which I think Solasta II, I was gonna say it's gritty, but we've been doing some fighting. My characters look clean as hell. We need some blood up in here, I think. We need some blood. But alright, y'all. I think that's it. I think we've done it. Okay, yeah, that might be it for Divinity Original Sin 2, is the pacing and kind of losing my sense of where we're supposed to be going. But alright, y'all, that is enough yapping for me tonight. I think we went over 3 hours. That's a lot longer than I thought we were going to go. This is fun. This is a good time. I appreciate you guys coming around and talking, because I was expecting that this would just go up into because YouTube has its different tabs, right? I thought, okay, this will just, it'll be me yapping to myself for 2 hours, and then this will be nicely tucked away in the live tab. So, people can, if they want long form content and then seeing this game, they'll go get it there. But as far as it being live and then interacting with people, I was like, hopefully, maybe. And, I appreciate you guys coming around and chatting it up. This is fun. This is a lot of fun. I could definitely do this more often. I was like, oh man, live streaming is gonna be a whole different animal, and it kind of is, but it didn't feel, this wasn't grueling or anything like that. I had a good time with it, and I think that's the most important thing, especially with my channel. I don't do anything I don't want to do, essentially. So it's we're always just doing fun things that I enjoy, and talking about D&D is great. I only have so many friends that I can talk about, different classes, combinations, games that all center around that. So this is kind of a one-stop shop for all of it, essentially. And I can feel my throat getting dry. That's why I was sick earlier this week. So those long pauses that I've had, yeah, my throat is 10 times, 100 times better, but it's still dry. That had me down all week. Yeah, no, I'll leave this VOD should save automatically onto YouTube. So we should be good, I think. And if not, I'll figure out how to do all that. I don't I still need to figure out. I want chat to be like up on somewhere over here, but like the font needs to be better, like way better. But anyways, that is it. Yes. We're gonna be a lot of content next week as far as just like builds and stuff, kind of make up for this week for being sick. But as far as streaming goes, I mean, we'll just see how this kind of like goes over the next couple days as far as what YouTube does with it. And yeah, we'll definitely do this again. It was a lot of fun. Maybe we'll just like we'll just pick up right here, because I don't mind just kind of going through this early access. It's, again, this is only like 10 hours long apparently, so that's really digestible. That's really easy to do. And then we can get just like a good impression on the game and give some final thoughts. This is just early impressions, so take that for what it is. And yes, that is enough yapping. I've said it a couple times. Yeah, I will see you guys next time. Take care. All right, I think we're good.